Hi, so here we go again with Judith.
And Tatjana.
And the Grand Prix is starting, the Ice Grand Prix of figure skating, and the pre-Olympic season is starting here at Skate America, and we are back with our preview.
Yes, and we're back in Texas. Everything is familiar already.
You can see the rink is
just over there. Very nice and convenient for the skaters because the skaters hotel is right next to the rink. Yeah, that's very convenient for them. Also just talked with Ilya Malinin. He said it's great to be back here. Everything is already familiar. All right, let's start with the preview. And our first competition tomorrow will be the pairs.
Right, so the pairs, we have the world silver medalists from Japan, Riku Miura and Ryuichi Kihara, who are back on the Grand Prix after missing it last year as they were injured. But now they're here, and of course they're like the top ranked team.
Yes, and I think they're the heavy favorites for this event. Even though also their first event of the season, the Lombardia Trophy, they had a fall on the lift. Ryuichi was a little injured after that. They seem to have these kind of little problems every here and there since a few events.
Yeah, but there will be some challenges for them, definitely. We have the Hungarians,
Yes.
Maria Pavlova and Alexei Sverchenko, who came off the win from the Shanghai Trophy.
Yes. Also, this team beat Riku and Ryuichi in the free skate at the Lombardia Trophy. Overall, they were slightly behind, but they are very close. It's a very technically very solid team.
Yeah, very consistent.
Very consistent.
Also, Shanghai Trophy, there were a few errors also even for them. I was surprised.
Yeah, they have a sex bomb in the short program. A very unusual choice. They told me at Lombardia Trophy, of course, they're big fans of Krushenko's program, and they didn't know anyone else who did it, and now they're doing it. So
Well, it was
yeah.
it was an exhibition program for Krushenko, not a
Yes,
competition.
exactly. Now we have it as a competitive program by the Hungarians. All right. Very strong short program we saw at Nebelhorn Trophy from Eddie Kam and Danny O'Shea of the United States, also US champions. What do you think we can expect from them?
It's really hard to say because, as you said, they can be really good, and they also sometimes have error-ridden programs. So it's at Nebelhorn Trophy, Ellie wasn't really feeling so well.
Yeah, she was sick.
Yeah, so probably that was connected to the performance. So hopefully now recovered and ready, they definitely also podium contenders and want to do at the home event the best they can.
We have this is a very strong pairs field, I just realized. We have Anastasia Metelkina and Luka Berulava, who won the silver last year at the Europeans, won everything in juniors. This year they are a full senior team. We haven't seen them though yet this season.
No, they decided not to go to any challenger event, and they take it a little bit easier, and this will be their very first competition.
We'll see what to expect. I heard there were no injury issues or anything. They just felt at the end of last season they were a little bit burned out, so they wanted to take it a little slower this season and start with the Grand Prix.
Yeah, so
I think these four teams are the main contenders, but we have two very fresh, new-built US teams.
yeah, there was Alisa Yefimova and Misha Mitrofanov, who also were Nebelhorn Trophy, and yeah, she formerly competed for Germany, so it's their first international Grand Prix together, and also Katie Makepeace and Daniel Parkman, who used to compete for Georgia.
Yes, exactly. So these two teams weren't allowed to compete internationally last season, but had already some good
US nationals.
US national results. Yeah, we will see what to expect from them. If they have a strong skate, they can maybe both of these teams can maybe also challenge for the podium.
Yeah. Yes. And we continue with the ladies. I still say ladies.
Yes. Officially the women again.
Yeah.
And we have especially generally the US women have been so strong this season. They've been like the dominating nation so
They
far.
won in the challengers. There was Amber Glenn won a challenger, and then there was Alyssa Liu and Alice Lynn Gracie, who is here. Who will have a senior Grand Prix debut. She won the Nebelhorn Trophy, where she among others, beat Isabeau Levito, who's also competing here.
Yes, and I think I thought about it this morning, maybe you can correct me. I think Elise Gracie has the highest score yet of everyone this season.
Could be, yeah.
I think so, because she was a little higher than Amber Glenn at Lombardia Trophy.
And she skated very well. She skated 2 clean programs at Nebelhorn Trophy, yeah.
Yes, and so she's definitely a contender. Of course, Isabeau Levito is often very strong mentally, can have good comebacks, even if sometimes we saw that she was a little shaky in the short, then had a very strong free skate. She is, I think, maybe the main contender for gold, but yeah, at least maybe a challenger.
Yeah, definitely.
Then we have Brady Tunnell as the 3rd American woman who had her first competition after the season at Shanghai Trophy. There she won the silver.
Skated well. She came back again. Last year she broke her ankle on Halloween, just before. She was getting ready for the competition, and then she was out for the rest of the season. So. Definitely, and she had a good skate at good performance at the Shanghai Trophy, so it's good to see her back competing the highest level. 3 Japanese girls.
Yes, 3 Japanese girls. Wakaba Higuchi, we haven't seen her yet internationally this season. She said this morning that she feels physically very strong and prepared, and that she wants to go for the podium. I think everyone would be happy to see Wakaba back in good shape and as a strong contender, and she feels ready for it.
There's Rinka Watanabe, of course, who has a triple axel in her repertoire.
She said she only wants to try it once at Lombardia Trophy. She went all out, tried it 3 times, not successful. Then she ended up pretty low in the ranks. I think she was 7th or 8th after all. But now she says she wants to take it a little easier, only attempt the triple axel once in the free, and I think that's maybe a wise decision.
Oh yeah, definitely, because I don't think there's anyone else doing a triple axel here.
Yeah,
I don't think that Wakaba is doing the triple axel right now.
Doubt it as well.
Yeah. Then Yuna Aoki, also a good Japanese skater who's at her first Skate America.
She always prefers the triple loop combinations. And she said this morning that this year's free skate is a continuation of her last season's free skate, and that she will show in both of her programs that she developed into a, beautiful woman, beautiful, mature woman, and that can be seen in her programs, and that sounds very promising. I think we should mention Nina Pinzorone, who debuts her season here. So we haven't seen her yet. Last season she was very strong. I don't know yet why she didn't do any challengers. We will have to ask her. This morning in practice, I think she looked pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe Livia Kaiser from Switzerland, very solid jumper, also had a good outing at Nebelhorn Trophy, very good last year at Worlds. I guess she can also be a contender if others make mistakes.
And there's also Minchie Kim of Korea, not as known as some other Korean skaters, but Korea was their strong team to be selected for the Grand Prix. It's already telling.
Yes.
Telling.
Then on Saturday, the ice dancers start, and of course we have very, very big favorites here.
Yeah.
That isn't Chaka and Evan Bates.
They are going for their 5th Skate America title. So that's already speaks for itself, and of course the 2-time world champions. And then we also think, obviously the second highest ranked couple is Lila Fear and Louis Gibson.
Won the Nebelhorn Trophy, and they have their usually style programs a little bit, and not that upbeat in the free as the previous years. Still, they keep their style.
They keep their style, and that's something you can also say. It's always a little similar, maybe, but we will see how it develops over the season.
I think the bronze medal is pretty open here.
There's a lot of teams that could go for the bronze medal. The Canadians, Marie-Jade Loriot and Romain Legac.
Who are now the 3rd-ranked Canadian team. After Nicolas Herensen got banned, I think this team has now a good shot to make it to Worlds, make the Olympic team. Maybe that motivates them extra.
Yeah,
Diana Davis and Gab Smolkin also,
who had to withdraw from because of illness from the Dennis 10 Memorial. They wanted to compete,
and they changed coaching teams there now.
Montreal.
In Montreal, and we haven't seen them skate yet since they
It's a
did
new
that
one.
change, so it's kind of interesting, I think.
Olivia Smart and Tim Deek, I think they have a really interesting free program, the June program. Unfortunately, there was this very terrible fall on the lift. That's why in Nebelhorn Trophy they kind of were behind. But I wouldn't count them out.
Yes. Also, Katarina Maskova, Daniel Matek, former junior world champions. They were already pretty strong already at the end of last season. They're developing young team, very strong. We'll have to see how they do here. And both American teams, both other American teams also are kind of strong.
World junior champions, Leah Nesset and Artyom Markelov. And then the new team, Annabelle Morozov and Jeffrey Chen.
Yeah, I saw them at the Lombardia Trophy and I thought they were very strong. They looked very well matched despite only skating together for 3 or 4 months at the time. But they were very last call up because another pair, Isabel Flores and the boy is called?
Ivan Desertov.
They withdrew. So far no one really knows why this change was made.
Yeah, we are honored. I asked the US Figure Skating what maybe is behind that sudden change, and so far we're waiting for an answer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, to the men.
Yeah.
Yes. The men's event, of course, we also have a very, very strong favorite. I don't think. Actually, I can't see any scenario where Ilya Malinin is not going to win this,
Yeah,
to be
I
honest.
think this will be his third consecutive Skate America title. It's a competition not as strong. And Ilya said to us today in the mixed zone that he's taking it a little easier, so he's not planning the quad axel as of now.
Yeah.
And I think, he doesn't have to.
Yes.
He doesn't. I said, you don't have to play your trump card right away, and he said yes. So
Exactly. Especially as Kao Miura, who is probably the second, technically second strongest skater here in this field, he still seemed injured. He had a very rough outing at the Lombardia Trophy. Also, then he competed domestically, also didn't do well. And today in the mixed zone, I also understood it like he still skates with pain. He ended his practice a little early because of that, so he doesn't seem in shape.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be at the top, so that might be the chance for other skaters to rise to the occasion. Dennis Vasilyevs, of course.
Dennis Vasilyevs had a super strong season so far.
Yes, two events he did very well in Nebelhorn Trophy and Shanghai Trophy.
In Shanghai Trophy, he even landed his quad. So, he is very well in shape. And he also said this third competition, now he had more practice, he thinks it will be even stronger.
Yeah, but he struggled a little bit with his size.
Yes.
Because it's the North American size ice is a little bit smaller. Not smaller, it's
more narrow.
Narrow, yeah. So, and that's for the skaters like Dennis, who is somebody who's really taking the space on the ice. It's a little difficult to adapt. But he has another day of practice.
Yes, and hopefully he can adjust. Would be a pity if that would cost him something here. A very strong outing at the beginning of the season we saw from Luca Boussin. He won the Cranberry Cup. And after struggling last season, he seems to be back in shape. He got the host spot here. And many see him also as a podium contender, maybe if he can repeat his what he showed at Cranberry Cup.
Yes. He has a little, today, maybe, I don't know if you've seen it, but he had a bandage on his hand, but he said it's nothing big, it's just he fell, so precaution to have the bandage.
Nika Gatzer from Georgia has good jumps. I think he's also this kind of skater. If a lot of other skaters make mistakes, he
delivers,
and get on the podium because he's not that artistic. But if others make mistakes and he can land his jumps, he's definitely a contender as well.
And he was quite solid at the Dennis 10 Memorial Challenge.
We have to mention Kevin Amos actually, so
Kevin,
no one knows. No one knows.
It's always like you don't know what you get. It's like a mystery.
Yes.
It can be great. It can be not
disaster, to be honest.
Yeah.
We will see. We wish him all the best. That he can get his nerves together and that no catastrophe happens. All the best. And if he can deliver, then of course he's also a contender.
Yeah, sure. He was the silver medalist last year at Skate America. He skated brilliantly.
And maybe he can memorize that, have good memories of this event, and come back to before.
Yeah, do we? No, I think we.
Yes.
But that, we can maybe say Donovan Carrillo.
Yes.
He's like a crowd favorite and always happy to see this little sunshine on the ice.
Yeah. So I think
that was it.
Exciting competition.
Yes. So the first Grand Prix of the season. Stay tuned. Follow. Watch. If you're not here, you will have a chance to follow it online. Peacock. I think is streaming from in the US at least. So,
Yes.
yeah. Then enjoy the Grand Prix.